Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. And yes, indeed, inside of my pocket, I have a little hamster, little Figmo. He is quite the interesting little individual. This morning, I started scrabbling outside of his little box, his Petco box inside of his cage, because he loves it inside of his box. And I made some noise, and he woke up. So then I noticed that he was getting kind of, he was in a stance. And so I scrabbled and scrabbled, and then his stance was actually an aggressive one. Because when I got close with my scrabbling, he jumped out of his box. You nervous little boy. He jumped out of his box and attacked my hand. And it was awesome. He didn't hurt me. He missed. But it was like, oh, he was nice and aggressive. That was cool. I mean, they're not very aggressive. They're just hamsters. They're tiny rodents. But he's nervous. I mean, little Gojira, when she sees any movement, she runs out and then says, just jumps up on her hind legs, like, pick me up. I want to get out. And he's jumpy. He doesn't like my touching him at all. So I still give him they're just CBD, so there's no psychoactive. Well, there's like 10% of it is THC, 90% of it is CBDs. I still give him that, and when he's got that, I mean, there may well be a large portion of pain involved, because when I give him the CBDs, he's not as jumpy, he's not as nervous. So that's a good thing. And as you'll notice, I'm wearing my long shirt thing again. I am freezing even more than normal. Holy smokes. Yesterday, I was going to go out walkies. Ended up not going. Sometimes you don't do stuff. And so I end up going walkies like 5.9 times a week. Or 6 point something times per week. So I don't mind not going every once in a while. In fact, like, intermittent exercise actually seems to help periodically, where you just take it easy, and when you come back, not for more than a day, but when you come back, it's like you've got an extra boost. Your muscles benefited from a bit of relaxed downtime. Just finished with some THC concentrate oil dabs, of course. So my throat is in excess mucus production mode. I do apologize for that.
Why, oh, why does God hate me when all I want to get high and forget this so-called life? I am so freaking bored.
It's not as bad, oddly, when I smoke, but that's a dry thing. Because when you're smoking, of course, you're taking in smoke, burn stuff. Yeah, it's wet, but it's more dry than not. And it is wet. I mean, that's why on a cigarette filter, it gets so sticky and awful. That's because the wettest part of the smoke is clinging to the filter. That's why you don't want a filter if you're going to smoke a pre-roll, because all that stuff sticks to the filter. You don't want it to do that. You want it to stick to the inside of your lungs. Because luckily, cannabis and tobacco are so wildly different that it's okay to inhale tar from cannabis. Not okay to inhale tar from cigarettes. But the oil vapor, though, they take the plant, the cannabis plant, they don't dry it, they squash it down, and squeeze out all the liquid, the fluid, the oil. And then they take that and they concentrate it down, boiling and working it down so that it goes from the entire plant to like a quarter gram of concentrate. And so you have to take a lot of plants to smush them down to get a lot of concentrate. But the concentrate goes from, say, 20% THC content of the plant, and thus you only get 20% THC content and other cannabinoids. When you smoke, because you're smushing down so many plants and just condensing it down, you get anywhere from 40 for the low quality concentrates to 90% THC in the more high quality concentrates. So, but when you inhale that hot vapor, because the hot vapor clings to your tissues as it goes down, extra mucus production. Yay. Just a little bit of physiology. I like physiology stuff. I like learning about the body and knowing what the body does. Even as much as I'm terrified of being biological and having extra anxiety now, because of course whenever I go to bed, no matter what, whether I'm highly tanked up on THC or not, whether I've taken a sleep aid or I haven't, I've taken to suddenly freaking out over absolutely nothing whenever I lie down and go to sleep. So last night, of course, was a big freak out over death because, yeah, I worry about mortality a lot. I mean, if we go by averages, average lifespan of human beings, 72 years for an American man with access to money and health care, without less. And guess which side of the equation I'm on monetarily. But that's only 16 years from now. That ain't long. So yeah, I worry about my own mortality. I worry about death. I worry about intense pain. And then with the intense pain that keeps growing in intensity until it becomes intolerable and then keeps getting worse, and knowing that non-existence is coming now. These last few moments of intense agony, confusion, and terror are all I have left. And then, bang. Just another one of the billions of corpses that we've had since the beginning of time as I join. Ooh, wow. Burst of emotion there. Holy smokes. That one was kind of a surprise because actually I was going to make a My Chemical Romance thing and talk about joining the Black Parade. And that is what actually tipped me over into emotion. Wow. I wonder why. Because until I did the My Chemical Romance connection there, I was perfectly dispassionate. Wow. But be that as it may, and I don't have any tissues available, so oh goody. I don't know where any are at the moment. Oh, here's one. I need to go buy another pack of travel tissues so that I can do like this and get rid of excess fluid out of my eye sockets whenever I am threatened by emotion. Because of my lack of social maturation, because I started drinking before I was 10, and I was a non-physically dependent, but still dependent physiologically on alcohol while I was a teen. And your social maturation stops when you begin your addictive behavior. So I haven't learned how to do a bunch of stuff. I don't know how to deal with emotions. My body knows how to be stoic and nothing, or cry, because I don't know how to do any of my other emotions. And so my body just, it's tips over to tears. If I'm happy, I cry. If I'm sad, I cry. If I'm angry, I cry. It's just bam. My body and my mind has never had to properly deal with it. So yay. I mean, it's not a bad thing. There's definitely nothing wrong with crying. It's just, I'm one of those people that my first response to anything is tears, because I've never had an ingrained learned response of how to do anything else. But, so yes, I was caught up with a burst of not even wanting to, but thinking about, oh goody, non-existence. So that was fun. It was fun. Except not, of course, because I got to bed late anyway. It was 2 o'clock a.m. when I got to bed last night. Hokey smokes. Last time I saw it was like, I looked and it was midnight. So I stopped playing a game and started getting ready to go to bed. And 2 hours later is when I made it. So that was exciting. Luckily, even though I didn't take a sleep aid, and I had that nice attack of anxiety, luckily not physical, and I was able to think about other things, because after all, taking a look at my lab results on my last few blood tests, I am chemically healthier than I've ever been in my life. Especially since, because of my drinking, my pancreas, there is your triglycerides. It is a form of fat put out by your pancreas. It's supposed to be, I can't remember the exact number, but it's supposed to be it's a low range. It's a really low range, like 150. And for decades, because of my drinking, my triglycerides were like in the almost 10,000. When I was in my 30s and I used to go donate plasma, because for your donation they would kindly, as a gift, give you money, because you can't sell any body parts. You can't sell human body parts in the US, but you can be given a gift for your donation. And so you were given a gift for your donation of cash, and so you go in and you'd sell your plasma. Everybody else's plasma, when it was hanging in the bags, it's supposed to look like a bag of honey, because they take your blood, they centrifuge it, they keep the liquid part, and they give you back all of the solid parts. And that's a good thing. They have to be careful with the centrifuging and all that, because they don't want to break apart every one of your blood cells and then just give you particles back. Your whole body's going to freak out and it ain't going to be good. But when they did mine, my blood, all of the triglycerides, fat in it, kept clogging the filters. And when I would see mine, it looked like a bag of milk. I'm amazed I am alive. I don't know why I haven't had a heart attack or a stroke when younger, because it took, after drinking, at least 8 years before my triglycerides came down under 1,000. But now all of my labs are awesome, so I'm actually biochemically on the big markers we look for health, better shape than I've ever been in that way. And last night, another one of it started off because I was, of course, just laying in bed grabbing handfuls of my loose skin. I say I got 20 pounds of loose skin on me. It may be more, because I was like grabbing hold of my thighs. And I've said I wear an extra large skin suit on a size medium body. And yeah, because I said I look like a half melted wax figure. And it's true, because when I was laying in bed, I was just grabbing through the handfuls of skin, all the muscles and skeletal structure of my leg. And it's thick stuff. It's literally a handful to squidge around and feel. And underneath the loose squidgy skin, I was able to trace and follow, because I remember the physiological anatomical charts from when I was in healthcare, following along and tracing where, oh, this would be this muscle length and this muscle in here, and this is where there's ligament and tendon, and this is, so yeah, being reminded that yeah, I'm biological, and I've never liked being biological, so it's at least 20 pounds, maybe 25 or more, the more I'm looking into it, because I got fat on me. I got some fat cells somewhere in here, I think. I'm pretty sure. I mean, come on. This can't all just be skin. I mean, I got lots of loose skin. I'm like one of those, I'm the predator. So I got loose skin everywhere, and this isn't exactly fat, but if you subtract 20 pounds from my weight, I'm still like 165, which according to the insurance weight charts we use in the US is like 1 pound less than your maximum weight you're supposed to be for my height. So they're stupid weights in charts they use here in the US. They have weird skews in them that goes toward weights where normally people aren't go as they age, but they're skewed and made so that if you age normally, oh, you'll be punished and penalized. So yeah. But I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment on my community tab. Try to ignore that horrible image of my face earlier. I'm trying to forget that. That looked horrific. Ugh. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight over that. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. Even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I usually get lost because of my fibro, depression, brain damage from my alcoholism. So I do the best I can. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Oh, my kitty's digging around. So good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Thank you for having left a comment. Now calling on Micron. We have Justin Allen. Thank you very much. Russian timing, greatly appreciated. No Potato Gaming, thank you very much. Travis James, greatly appreciated. Mayhem, thumbs up and thank you. Sue Ann Dunn, greatly appreciated. Tyr Odinson, greatly appreciated. Michael Wan, thumbs up and thank you. Curlton, greatly appreciated. Miguel Angel Meneses Perez, and I know it's not pronounced that way at all, but thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. Cluster052 and El Nombre de la Gameplay, thank you very, very much. And Pandora NYC1, always good to see you. Kathy Kitscat, it's good to hear that things are at least feeling better. That's a good thing. JDM, thumbs up and thank you. Susie, 2 U's in there, so thank you very, very much. And J Rock Vampire, always good to see you in the comments. Welcome back. Snubsun24, thumbs up and thank you. And Raidaam, REIDAAWM, thumbs up and thank you. And Tom McSee, greatly appreciated. Tundra Keeper, always good to see you in the comments. The Extinct Dudes, thank you very much. Brett Cooper, greatly appreciated. Don Cheetos, thumbs up. And JW, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Super Duper Mania, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you has stated to get me out of my head into the real world, dealing with actual people. It is a good thing. Especially since I didn't go walkies last night. There's snow outside. Not much, just a little, and it's probably not going to last. But if it hasn't melted by later this afternoon, I'm going to grab the action cam and I'll go out and I'll take a little bit of snow video. So thumbs up for that. If there's any snow left. I'm quite sure it's not any down in downtown Shelton because it's colder and snow and stuff lasts longer up here in the hills. So thumbs up for that. Anyway though, if you can check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could check those out, that would be very awesome, greatly appreciated. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become one of these beautiful and awesome people who have become Patreon.com patrons. Thank you so very much. You helped to keep me alive, and you're definitely going to help me this and next month. Oh boy, it's not going to be good, so thank you very, very much. Now, if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you're down with it, I'll do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. I can never tell when I'm going to fall into an accent. I usually don't do them quite as often as I used to. I used to drop into various accents several times a day, never knowing what I was going to do. But it's just one of those things. I mean, it depends on what's happening and how I feel as I'm talking. So I'm going to try my very, very best to have a reaction video today. I'm going to try my very best to take it out, and I'm going to try my very best to see if I can get that snow video done. So if I can do that, that would all be a very good thing. Now, if I can get me a game video in, then that's going to be something I'm going to try and do. But if I can do that, then that's good. And if I can't do that, then I'm very sorry. I'm trying my very best, but I just can only do so much. So thank you all, the greatest amount. It is appreciated. You've kept me alive. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.